This has been a long freaking time coming, because this is the one I wanted to do. I'm gonna give a shout out to my tuner, Justin White Tuned, for coming out with that anti-theft tune he sells. I'm gonna plug it and I'm gonna put it in the description box. This is the one that kind of set us free on my car, but I've been wanting to do it for a long time. I've had it figured out, and today's the day. So I'm gonna start this video. I put a post up. I asked, you guys responded, you had some questions, and I just wanted to make sure that I'm gonna cover all the bases that we need to cover in this video. Here we go. Must be a new subscriber, because one of the questions I got was, why does it matter if GM is tracking us at all? It's a big deal, because one, in a world that seems to dole out punishments over minuscule crimes, thoughts, opinions, oh, trust me, I got my wall up. I'm on the defense at all times. Therefore, I just gotta say, in a company that follows you, I don't understand why this company needs this kind of technology to begin with. I guess I could spin it around and ask them the same question. And I'm gonna, you know what? Actually, I'm just gonna go through and I'm gonna put like a screenplay or whatever here for you guys. There was a class action lawsuit where GM was following people, which they've been following people through OnStar for a long time. That's no secret. They've absolutely 100% been caught overreaching and over scrutinizing their customer base. So therefore they were selling them to insurance companies. A lot of people know about this. I did a stream about it. I've done videos about it. Other people have done videos about the same thing. And they sold our information, where you were going, how often you were going, how fast you were going, did you roll a stop sign? The list goes on and on. They sold it to insurance companies, and a lot of people were overnight having their insurance rates and policies spike up. And anymore, I don't trust companies like this. I don't want to deal with them. And these days, to where they're charging huge, massive MSRPs. I had to pay $5,000 over just to have the capability to order this car and then wait 8 months. And I don't feel like it's 100% mine if I've got a camera and a microphone constantly pointed at me. And especially if I got the company backstabbing me and going behind my back and selling my information to insurance companies just, you know, to make a quick buck. That's pretty shady. And the technology is getting worse. But this is why I think that this is going to be the last real Camaro as to where, you know, you can really have the capability to take this out. And I'll get to that here in a little bit. Next question, does the GPS work after removal? Yes, it does. And that is simply because everything goes through your phone. Apple CarPlay, Android, whatever they got going on there, it will absolutely work. Make sure that your phone is plugged in through the USB port in the center console. Everything works just as normal. Another question I got was, does the digital speedometer read out? And that's a valid question, because you don't know how much of it's coming from satellites or whatever, you know what I mean? You don't know where the technology is coming from. But this is the last analog Camaro, kinda, I'm gonna say. But yes, I made this video. You can go back and watch this video, rewatch it or whatever, and you'll notice the digital speedo works simply because it's getting its inputs from the transmission. The transmission has a vehicle speed sensor, which goes back and reads off of, I believe it's incorporated into the rear wheel bearing. I haven't taken mine apart yet to actually see exactly where it's coming from, but if somebody knows, if we got a tech, comment below. If you don't know 100%, don't comment, because that leads a lot of people down a lot of ambiguous roads. Okay, the next question was, what does this do? It just cuts communications off to anything outside the car. There's gonna be no more OnStar. You know, if you wreck or whatever, you're not gonna have any kind of communication with them. You're on your own, just like we've done for decades and decades and decades. And the last and final question was, does this work on a 5th gen Camaro? Yes, it does. So the 5th gen's kind of weird. Both, so in 2010, GM came out with Global A, and that's what both 5th and 6th gen Camaro architectures work on. And I'll tell you right now, Cadillac CT5V Blackwing, no, it's Global B. Any of the Global A, I think, will work. Global B, C8 Corvette, CT5V Blackwing, I believe the Cadillac Escalade V. Yeah, I think those are all Global B. You're screwed. It's too woven into the actual software itself, and yeah, it's the CAN bus system which it operates on. It's integrated too far into it. C7 Corvette, you're good. You can take it out. I don't know for a fact this is gonna be like a Camaro only. This is that little piece of crap under your dash. What you wanna look for is the box with 2 coaxial inputs, and that's nothing more than just the receivers for the antennas that's built into the car. And then obviously you're gonna have your hard shell for, you know, powering up every other module inside here. And this is called a VCIM, Vehicle Interface Communication Module. This is like one of the CAN bus nodes, modules that branches out, and this goes into the radio. It goes into the infotainment. So this is the receiving point on this. This is like the input. This is the starting point for it all. So if you cut the communication off here, the rest of it is dead. And this seems to be for 5th gen Camaro. This is a V8, and it looks like if you look down in the lower left-hand corner, you're gonna see that it looks like 5th gen has it broken down into 2 modules. So I don't know if you can get by with just removing that upper module, or if you're gonna have to take both of them out. I don't know how archaic, old, or whatever the system is. You might wanna contact somebody else, but I know 6th gen Camaro, it's all integrated into one. All right, so for Camaro 6, when you pull that tray down, and I'm gonna show you here in just a little bit, I guess on the right-hand side, there's what you call a human interface module. Once you unplug this, it's gonna be dead. Number 3 is the one you're looking for, and like I showed you, it's the one with the hard shell input, because I'm only showing you this stuff because it seems like generation to generation, especially 16, 17, 18, the way they did things and the way it's almost year by year. There's tiny little differences in every car, but in the bigger aspect of everything, this is all the same. Like I said before, when you pull down that tray and there's 2 7mm bolts, there's actually a couple in the back, but you can actually just flip it down like I did. And there's 2 7mm bolts, flip it down, unplug everything, and that's where that bad boy sits. For Camaro 6, it's really simple. What do you call this? I don't know what you want to call this. Feature? Mod? Delete? I don't know, whatever. But by doing this, you're gonna lose pretty much all communication with the car. So have something in place to make sure you'll be able to track the car. Or you can do it and just not tell anybody, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be entirely up to you. And I'll give you a heads up right away. When you start the car, you're gonna have a check engine light, because there's gonna be a whole module, a whole chunk of the system missing out of the car. Now, I'll be honest with you. I cleared the codes, it came right back. I drove down the street. Now, it took me about 2, 3, 4 miles, or maybe it was a certain amount of time, I'm not sure. But the check engine light went away. The car was running a little bit rough. Everything pulled out of it. It's driving like normal now. Check engine light is gone. I'm gonna throw a big disclaimer out there. Do this at your own risk. I am not telling you to do anything to modify your vehicle. This video is for entertainment purposes only. So for those of you that have signed up for the memberships, I appreciate you guys. There will be levels to it coming, but I decided to start releasing these videos out for, you know, people that support the channel, and I'm gonna show some support back. Those of you that support the channel, thank you very much. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. Take care. If you have any questions, any comments or whatever, you know where to put them. I try to get to everybody. So until then, you guys have a good day, and we'll talk to you later. We'll see you.